Hello everyone, my name is Arturo and today I will present my project. This project is a REST API built with Node.js, Express, MongoDB, and Mongoose. It also implements GitHub OAuth authentication using Passport. In this video, I will demonstrate the deploy application, the authentication process, the CRUD operations, and finally, I will briefly explain the project structure and implementations. First, here is my GitHub repository containing the complete source code for this project. Here is the project application running on render, and this is a Swagger documentation. All available endpoints are documented here. Some endpoints are public, while others require authentication through GitHub or out. Before logging in, I will try to create a contact. Now, try. I wait, loading the application. The application is loading, and as expected, the request is rejected because authentication is required. Now I will authenticate using GitHub OAuth. Then login. The authentication was successful. Now try out the three authors again to execute. Now I have accessed the protected endpoint. Now I will demonstrate the CRUD operation complete. I will copy the ID create and the get operations, try out and execute. The response is successful. The code 200 and get by ID. I copy the ID create and execute, and next I will retrieve the new create contact using its ID. Now I will update this contact. Try it out, my contact, and I change the first name. Arturo Romero, and execute. Then the update was successful. And finally, I delete, execute, and then the contact has been successfully removed. Now I will briefly explain the project structure. The project follows an MVC architecture. The controllers contain the business logic. The models define the Mongoose schemas. The routers define the API endpoints. The middleware folder contains the authentication and authorization logic, and the data folders manages the MongoDB connections, and Swagger's files generate the API documentation. In contact and the folder models define a schema and validation rule for each contact. In the folder controllers, the controllers contains CRUD operation for the contact collections. For example, create author, update author. In the middleware folders, the application contains uh, the password you have out is used to authenticate users before accessing Protest endpoints. And finally, the data folder, the database, uh, the application connects the MongoDB atlas using Mongoose, the input Mongoose, and the collection is in the MongoDB atlas with using Compass DB. And this concludes the demonstration of my project 2, and thank you for watching.